We are all born with the most phenomenal potential. So why do some people succeed way more than others? Keep watching, and I'm going to show you the 4 blocks that can get in the way of you and success and how to overcome them for good. Do you make excuses? Do you say things like, well, I wasn't born into money, I didn't go to college, I didn't have a father supporting me, I didn't have a family business to move into, and it's not my fault? Because if you do, you need to stop and think about how many people who are born with massive disadvantage who went on to make it. Halle Berry lived in a homeless shelter. Shania Twain and her mother lived in a homeless shelter. Oprah Winfrey had a terrible, deprived upbringing of extreme poverty and sexual abuse and became the richest black woman in America. And I love that. So when you look at excuses, remember, every time you make an excuse, well, I could, but, I ought to, but, I could have done that, but, you have to stop using the word but and say, I could, so why am I not doing it? You see, your background doesn't have to hold you back. Habits of thought hold you back. Who's going to listen to me? Why should this work out? This will never work. And you've got to stop all those excuses and remember that when you make an excuse, that is a blueprint. Every word you speak is a blueprint that your mind, body, and psyche make real. Coming from my background, how could I be a success? And find someone who's come from your background and is a success and stop making excuses. You have phenomenal potential. Unlock it and take off by banning excuses from your vocabulary. The second blocker is what I call having low expectations, listening to old messages. Money doesn't grow on trees. I can't find the money. People like us never have that kind of success. Look at those people. They are so lucky and we're not. No one's going to listen to you. You couldn't possibly do that. Who would buy that? And so when you have these negative words in your mind, because by the way, your beliefs about money and indeed success are frequently formed before you are even 5 years old. You learn half of what you learn in your life when you're 5. And many women learn, well, boys are more important. It's easier for men. People don't like tough, ambitious women. And we make a belief. And then those beliefs turn right around to make us. And then the world seems to match whatever we have chosen to believe. You know, my brother went to private school. I didn't because I wasn't smart and he was. I have way more money than he has, way more success than he has, and I didn't have the advantages he had of a private education and an expectation that he would be amazing. But despite all of that, I was able to be amazing. And the thing that made me do that is to believe in myself, to give up limiting beliefs, to stop saying things about who's going to listen to me, who's going to hear me speak, who's going to read my book, who am I to do something amazing? And I remember Nelson Mandela saying, who are you not? You're not supposed to hide your light. You have a gift, you have a talent, you've got to believe in yourself and go out there and share it with the world. And that starts with giving up the block, who am I? And saying instead, who am I not? Muhammad Ali said, I told everyone I was the greatest. And I really wasn't. But something amazing happened by saying I'm the greatest. I became the greatest. I told people what to expect of me. His potential expanded as he moved towards it. And by the way, when your mind moves to a new dimension, it never, ever, ever goes back again. So think about expanding into a new belief. I have a gift that I can monetize. I can be successful. The top 20% in every classification, in every field, are always in demand, always employed. But when you're moving towards expansion using positive words, Positive beliefs and positive expectations don't contract. Remember, you can expand or you can contract. And when you're expanding and someone says, wow, you did great, to go, oh, it was nothing. Don't mention it. Actually, I got a lot wrong. Did you notice I stuttered? Did you notice I forgot? Oh, anyone could have done that. Now you're contracting. You can't expand and contract. Expand by using powerful language, powerful beliefs, powerful expectations. And you know what? You probably meet all of them because that's how your mind works. Do you wait for motivation? That is a classic mistake. You see, people have this belief, when I'm motivated, I'll take action. When I'm motivated, I'll work on my website, I'll build my business, I'll crowdfund, I'll write a book, I'll write a program, I'll start my own blog spot when I'm motivated. And that is a mistake because guess what? Motivation comes when you take action. And we've all got it the wrong way around. I'm waiting for Mr. Motivator to knock on my door and go, hey, here I am. I've come to motivate you. And you know that never turns up. Motivation comes when you take action. And you already know that. How many of us say, I'm not really motivated to go to the gym. I just do 10 minutes. And all of a sudden, because we've started, we're going, no, I'm actually going to do an hour. I hate tidying up my house. I just tidy up one closet, one drawer, one surface, and suddenly we've done the whole thing. Even with sex, for women often it's like, not really in the mood, but I thought, oh well, why not? It's good for my skin. And all of a sudden I'm like, wow, I'm actually into it now. The action made me motivated. And so if you want to be motivated, take action. Think about what you don't want to. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to write. I don't want to do my website. But I know that that is one of the habits of success, doing what I don't want to do. Let me take a couple of steps. And wow, I'm motivated. No marathon runner is ever motivated until they put on their running shoes and get out the door, and suddenly they become motivated. So there are many things that can motivate you. Having an accountability buddy is massively motivating. If you have an accountability buddy, someone you have to commit to, hey, I'm going to do this, and when we speak next, I'll have done it, your chance of succeeding goes up by a massive 90%. And we have a 21-day challenge that you're very welcome to join. And one of the things people love about this is they have an accountability buddy who keeps them motivated, gets them to take action. And people who are successful leave clues always. And all you have to do is look at these clues and go, right, if waiting for motivation is a block, I can stop that right now. I can take action in the direction of my goals. If you take action in the direction of your goals, you almost can't stop yourself being a success because you are motivated. And remember something else, something I love. Your potential expands as you move towards it, then it expands more, and it expands even more. And you can never ever know what your potential is, but you can know this: as you move towards it, it expands. When I wrote my first book, my publisher said, well, you need to write another one. I'm like, oh, I couldn't write another one. That was it. That was all I had. That was the book that was in me. I've written it. I couldn't write another. I've now written 5. I'm working on my 6th. And I could probably write 20 because I understand now that when I wrote that first book, I expanded to something. My potential expanded. So don't allow yourself to block that with, well, that's all I've got. You don't even know what you've got. And you definitely don't know it's all you've got, because when you give all you've got, you'll find, guess what? You get more to give. It's really exciting. And finally, goals. You know, people say, oh, I have a goal. I want a beach body. I want love. But that's not a goal. That is a wish and a dream, because when you have a goal, you need to write out your goal. Write out how you are going to achieve your goal. This is so important. Write out the steps you are going to take to achieve that goal. Write out what you are going to learn that's new, because I promise you, anything of significance will require you to learn something new. For instance, if you want to be a writer, you better learn to be a speaker. Nowadays, if you want a publishing deal, you have to prove that you can go on the radio, go on tour, go on TED Talks and talk about your book. And the best goal in the world won't work unless you do. And until you write your goal out, it's not a goal, it's a wish, it's a daydream, it's a fantasy. So take a goal, think of your goal. It's great to have goals. Write your goal out. You can have 3 goals in 3 areas all at the same time: a career goal, a health goal, a relationship goal. But 3 is enough. Or just work on 1. When you write out your goals, look at your goals, work on your goals start to shape you and you start to shape them. And all successful people have goals. They write them out, they look at them, they change them, they learn new things, and they tend to achieve their goals. Your mind is already a goal-seeking mechanism. Without goals, we tend to drift and flounder. With goals, we have purpose, we have direction, we move towards what we want, and it's actually at the same time moving towards us. And the schools that use goal setting say they get extraordinary results with children. And all my clients who are mega successful have goals. I have goals. I always have goals. I achieve them, then I have new ones, because I believe in constant and never-ending improvement. But I use goals to get there, and so can you, and you must. But the great thing about limiting beliefs and blocking beliefs is that they can be removed forever. So click on the link below, watch my free masterclass and learn how to let go of those limiting beliefs forever, starting right now. If you enjoyed that video, check out the next one right here. You can also click the link below right here for your free gift. We've kind of forgotten how to hold ourselves, so I'm going to show you how to have the body language of someone who appears to be incredibly confident